If you provide a service, then as you look at your process design, there are some additional things you need to take into consideration besides the quantity and the level of customization and variety. So when we're looking at a service, we need to consider the experience that the customer is having. So let's assume that you work at Boston Pizza. Okay, maybe you are one of the wait staff. So what can you do in terms of process design and the customer perception? Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to not raise the customer's expectations too high in the beginning. So think about if you were going to Boston Pizza and your wait staff said, oh, this is going to be the best experience you've ever had. This is going to be the best pizza you're going to ever had. You're just going to love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. If they are too hyped up at the beginning, then that raises your expectations as a customer really high. And then it's really hard to meet that. So we don't want to make the customer expectations too high at the beginning, because then there's no way that we can meet that or exceed that. Where we do want to emphasize the good customer experience is at the end. We want to make sure that at the very end of their experience, it's very positive. So think about if you're wait staff at Boston Pizza, how do you make sure that you have a very positive experience at the end of the experience? Well, your wait staff probably says, did you enjoy your meal? Was it great? Is there anything else I can do? They're trying at the very end, that's where that customer perception of quality matters the most, because what people remember is the end. And so we make a big effort when we provide a service to make sure that the customer communicates to us at the end that they were happy, that they enjoyed their experience, they enjoyed the food, and so on. So we want to make sure we end the service positively at the end. Whenever possible, we want the customer to be able to control part of the process. So we have the customer make decisions about what they want during the whole event, and when they feel like they have more power in choosing what they want or how they get something, then they tend to be more satisfied. So we want to make sure that we're communicating that they're getting quality and have them make decisions within that. So we would say, what kind of, would you like dessert? Would you like an appetizer? So they're making choices throughout. And then we say, great choice. You made a great decision. That's my favorite dish. So reinforcing that their decisions were good decisions and that they're getting quality at each step. And then, of course, at the very end, we want to make sure that, how was your dinner? Did you enjoy it? We want them to say and feel that it was good. Now, what if your service is pleasurable? So what if it's an enjoyable thing? Or what if it's something that's not enjoyable? So some of the services that your company might provide may not be a lot of fun for your customers. For example, let's suppose that you're a dentist and the service you're providing is a root canal. Well, your customer needs it, but they're not going to enjoy it. So how can you help convey that it's a pleasurable experience and that you're a good company in the way that you provide the service, in the process that you're using? Well, if there are painful experiences, you want to make them short. Try to combine painful experiences into a very short amount of time, and then if there's pleasurable things, draw them out. And we can actually see examples of this being done. There's a couple dental offices in BC, for example, that do both dental services and spa. So while you're getting your teeth cleaned, you might get a foot massage, or they combine the good experiences with the bad so the bad don't feel as bad. So if possible, stretch out the pleasurable time and reduce the painful time. That'll also help with that service process. So in general, we have kind of 6 things we want to make sure we take into consideration when we have a service. So don't raise the customer's expectations too high. Make sure it's a positive end, because that's what they'll remember. Let customers control the process, communicate evidence of quality to the customers, and spread out or lengthen the pleasurable aspects and shorten the negative ones.